Okay, so I'm going to bring in one of these flight case in now. So actually we're going to bring in one of each to show you what's inside. But before I begin to do that, just to tell you that each of these flight cases or racks actually has heavy duty caster wheels. And in order to move this in, you must make sure the wheels are unlocked. Alright, so you typically do that by stepping on this. Now it's actually in the lock position, so you will find that it hardly moves. And typically you need to push this up in order to release it. So the word of advice here is that make sure all the caster wheels are unlocked. Don't try to force them before you actually start physically moving the flight cases into the lab. So here we go, I'm pushing in the cable rack into the AV lab now. So this is typically what you do. Alright, up this ramp, through the front door, and push it in. Okay, this here is the back door, what you see there, and beside it are two key cabinets. Okay, why am I showing you this? Because each of the flight case that you saw outside the lab are all locked up, and this is where you get the keys from. Again, they're all labeled. So this is the audio rack keys. It goes from A to F here, team A to team F. This is the lighting racks, A to F. This is the video rack keys, A to F again. And on the top key cabinet up here, this is the cable rack keys, A to F as well. So now, for example, I'm trying to open up the cable rack, and that is cable rack for team C. So what I will do is I will look for cable rack key. Cable rack key is up here on the second key cabinet. So I look for cable team C. So that is the key for cable rack C. So essentially this is where you pick your key out from for the different racks or flight cases, and at the end of the day you're expected to return the key back here again. I've taken the key for team C, so flight case or rack C, key C for cable. There are 4 padlocks on each of the racks or flight cases. It's a common key for all 4 padlocks. Right? So let me start opening it up. Each of the padlock has a label. So if you see here, this is marked C-3. Okay, so this padlock has a label and it says C-3. C meaning cable rack. Number 3, it means team 3 or team C. Right? We could have put C-C, but that kind of becomes confusing. So what you've done is that for each of the teams, we use a numeral. For the different racks, we use an alphabet. I open up the flight case door now, or rack door. So typically the most important advice that I can give you is that it's best to release the lower latch first. Okay, that tends to help. So when you want to lock it up, lock it at the bottom first. When you want to open it up, release the bottom first. Okay, so I'll open up or release the bottom latch. So just turn it, all right, just turn it one way and the latch should pop out. All right, likewise for the other side. Make sure you have one hand on the door, otherwise it'll drop off. Release this last one here, and then you take out the door. Right? So this is a cable rack. It only has one door, the front door. There's no door at the back. All right. The door itself doubles up as a table, which is why this room has no table. So while I'm at it, I'll just show you how to set up a table. So typically for each of the flight case, there's some kind of a Velcro that you need to release. Okay, and then open up the hinge. There is a butterfly nut here that you need to remove. Okay. It is typically either locked in or hanging by the side. So you straighten out the table leg, slot in the screw, and then put in the butterfly nut. Okay, right? Likewise, I'll do the same on the other side. If you find that it doesn't go in, be patient. Okay, some of these have been in use for quite some time. All right, Word of advice, never try to force things in. Yeah? If it doesn't work, take a step back and look at what you're doing wrong, or get somebody to help. Okay? Alright, so both the legs are secured with the nuts and the screws, and hence now you lift it up and put it in place. So typically within the lab for the lessons, when you set up the table, you ensure that your table is behind the service outlet boxes. Let me tell you a little bit about the service outlet boxes on the floor. Okay, service outlet boxes in short is SOB, or even shorter floor boxes, or some people say patch boxes. Okay, let me open up the one on the left, the smaller one first. This one here. Alright, so the smaller one essentially is for power. You have two kind of power outlets. One is C-form 16M. Alright, the other one is 13M. So you have the 13M power points here on the top. Alright, and at the bottom, the one that is blue are the C-form power outlets. Beside the C-form power outlet is this switch here, this large switch that you can flip. That's actually called an isolator. That isolator is for the C-form power. So whenever using the C-form power, you need to turn on using this isolator. The 13M power point, you'll be quite familiar. You plug in the 13M power point there and you use the switch as per normal. This should be quite comfortable, you already know it, right? The other service outlet box, which is the bigger one here, which is for signal. It's kind of big because when we first renovated the lab, we had a lot of cables running. We have actually minimized it over time, which is why you find it's kind of empty, okay? So what you have here are the different signal points. The primary reason you use this is for the lighting lessons. So when you connect your lighting equipment, your signal cables here, the signal actually goes all the way up to the hoist on the top. Okay, so you typically open this for the lighting lesson, not so much for audio or video. Each of these service outlet box has a flap. So when you have cables running out, you keep the flap at the bottom. Likewise, for the power, you keep the flap at the bottom. I would say that you can always keep the flap down so that it's always easy for you to open and close it up.